quiet today. Just out for a little walk in, I guess it's Dogtown. Not sure where the boundary of Dogtown really starts here, but out for a little walk and just curious. You know, someone posted some pictures of a homeless camp that was rather large, and I do remember last year when I was doing a bunch of walks, you know, into my neighborhood that, you know, I ran across a bunch of little homeless encampments and some different homeless people, and I'm always curious about it. And I actually, you know, I did my due diligence. I learned a lot about the city, the community impact unit, all the efforts that a ton of people make, you know, towards addressing the problems of homelessness and, you know, beyond the problems that come with homelessness or cause homelessness. We have a lot of people that work very hard, you know, to help the issue. And, you know, what I discovered in the end, after a bunch of phone calls and talking to different people, from Action to the Open Door to the Community Impact Unit, was that you know, it's a multifaceted issue, and, you know, one of the bigger ones is mental health. There are definitely some mental health issues that we are all dealing with, you know, some to more of an extreme than others. And some of those issues lead to, you know, drug abuse and the associated problems that come along with drug abuse. And, you know, sometimes I guess it can end up in homelessness, you know, and it's a sad fact of our society, probably a sad fact of, you know, out there in the world as well. Not just the United States, but we have it here in the United States. We have it here in Gloucester. And anyhow, there are people that, for whatever reason, don't want the help. And, you know, the community impact unit may go to them, offer them help, and sometimes give them notice that they're going to have to vacate wherever they are. They give them a little bit of time to do so. And then they will eventually evict them and give them plenty of options. We have plenty of services for it to address the homelessness. But again, for, you know, the various reasons that we were just talking about, some people do not want the help. They want to live outdoors for whatever reasons, and that's kind of where we're at. It's one of the most difficult things is, you know, we're a free society. I'm definitely game for keeping it as free and being as free as we possibly can. But then some say, hey, it's freedom, but it's freedom with responsibility. And I guess that's what leads me on my walk today is, you know, I'm going to go find this little encampment. And, you know, that's the part is, great, live out in the woods, but have some responsibility. And I think that's where possibly the circumstances of the homelessness shine the brightest is, you know, what they leave behind. So let's go find out. Oh boy. Might be on the right path now. Jeez, a different type of whale's jaw here. I do see some evidence Hello? Gotta be careful. Some people suggested needles, and definitely wore some heavy gloves. Not that I really want to get involved in sifting through trash and such, but let's see where this leads. This is a road or this path that's, almost non-existent. They definitely don't want to be. They don't want anybody to know they're here, of course. And I don't know if anybody is here. There could be people here. So I'm going to approach as gently as I can. Ooh, here's something. Yeah, this is part of it. There's some bedding. I'm not so sure this is the main encampment. I don't know where this guy is from. I mean, this one definitely seems as though people have gone a while ago. Doesn't quite seem like they've been here recently, but there's a fire pit. This is not the site that was posted. The other site that was posted was definitely larger. This is a smaller site. There's the remains of an umbrella. Let's move on over, see if we find anything else. You can almost follow the trail. I wonder what flavor. Don't worry, be happy. Do 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 do. Right. I don't know what it says down below there, but save your self? I think it's save yourself. Yeah, I get it. Lost sight of the coordinates. That's all I had to do was follow that code. It probably would have taken me right to the encampment. But so far, I'm not seeing what others have seen. I'm just gonna walk up here a bit. Apparently someone else wanted to mark the spot here with their own help mother. A little bit of rain, but I haven't quite found it yet. At least nothing the size of what I saw, unless there was already a cleanup, but I don't think there was. Appears to be another small encampment. This one's been there a while. It's pretty old anyway. A little bit of bushwhacking going on right now. Back on a little more of a trail. Alright, I think I located it. Over there a bit. Let me see if this little trail takes me, otherwise I'd go the other way, but that looks like a lot of stuff. I tell ya, this is if you don't mind train horns and train tracks, this is definitely plenty of area to camp. It's another spot for a campfire out here. I will say there was definitely a little effort into this spot. No, I mean, I'm probably going the wrong way, but as far as the actual trail, but then again, maybe not. There's definitely a water source here, right here. Not sure I really want to be drinking out of it, but with a water filter, you can certainly have plenty of what you need. That's for sure. Wonder how many have taken advantage of it. Hello? Look at that, grand entrance. Wow. This has been here for a while. Comes the train. Anybody's bike? Wow. This is a big one. A couple tarps here. That tarp is not that old. Whoa. This went on for a while. I guess I'm amazed, but I get it. I get the problem. You know? Older tarp, but so this is the way out, I think, right up there. But several tanks here. Let's see. Empty. 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 That's 3. 4th one over here. 5th one over here. Empty. Bunch of smaller bottles. Empty. Oh, wow. Yeah. Some modes of transport to get things up here. So trash bag, this must be the dump that I'm standing in here. This must have been the waste area. Wow. Yeah, I'm hoping that we can get to this before before we get a snow or a freeze or becomes more difficult to get rid of. Yeah. Tent, cooler. What a freaking mess. Table. So far, no real indication of needles. which is probably the main reason I came out here. You know, I know you might be saying, geez, you idiot. There's plenty of ways to get stuck with a needle, but it's funny, here's an appliance. Someone had electricity? Could that be true? What is that, toaster oven? "101 proof, the good stuff." Oh, body lotion. Needed. Some stuff here. We got some food. But I know people were commenting on needles and such, and aha! Well, someone was trying, I guess. So I'm just going to poke around here a little bit just to see what I see, and at least I know where it is now. But yeah, this went on for a while. Sorry to bore you with my rambling, but this is what we got. All kinds of goodies. Hey, well, let me do my thing and then I'm out of here. Yeah, they look sad. Oh, brother. Took some effort. So if I had to guess, by looking at this mess here, I'm gonna assume that it's, you know, if not the, that it's gotta be the train. Maybe the train drives them out. But I don't think so. If I had to guess, I'm saying it's in the end, it's the trash. That, you know, they don't remove the trash because they kind of can't. And, you know, they must eventually, you know, give up as far as, you know, staying in the same area. I mean, I don't see a ton of evidence. I don't see needles all over the place. That's not to say that they're not here. I'm not going to go checking a million cans to find out. That's for sure. And there's definitely a whole, you know, leaf litter that's, you know, fallen since. You know, there's definitely some signs of recovery. There's definitely some yeah, there's definitely, I think it's the trash that drives them out. And, you know, I can't help but think, you know, when I'm here, you know, there's, you know, the desperation, you know, to live in this, to live amongst this, you know, the desperation is definitely what catches me. And, you know, I think it's sad, but we do have people that want to help. We do have some institutions that take in a lot of money to help out, and that, you know, it would be great to, you know, I don't know what the magic wand is here. You know, there is no magic wand. It's a complex issue, but the help is there if people needed it and or they want it. And again, like I said earlier, you know, that's the name of the game is, you know, do you want help, and, you know, do you meet the right person, and, the right circumstances to, you know, eventually want to get it. And if you're asking, well, why am I not cleaning this up? Well, it's a little bit overwhelming. I could put it in trash bags, but I think it's going to take more of an effort. And again, we do have paid services. I volunteered, you know, to actually do that. when the cleanup starts to happen, I volunteered to come down and help out, so I definitely will keep my word to that. Just wanted to go put eyes to it, get more coordinates. Yeah, that's all. Nice little cave right there. Interesting. Anyhow, can't help but think of, where people have moved on to when I see something like this, and it definitely seems like there's evidence of kids and a lot of people, or at least a long time spent there. And yeah, I can't help but think about where did they all go, and I guess I wish them well wherever they did go. And I hope things work out. Anyhow, enough of my rambling. I'm gonna move on. Have a great day. If I haven't said that too many times. Enjoy what you have, because it can change in a heartbeat if you I guess just get complacent.